in the breeze, move through the trees, it's a beautiful night. You're all that I want, you're all that I need, and you light up my life. So fall from the stars into my arms if you're ready to fly. Yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I would believe if I could see the look in your eyes. It's not what it seems, this isn't a dream, it's a wonderful life. So fall from the stars into my arms if you're ready to fly. Yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. So fall from the stars into my arms if you're ready to fly. Yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Hold on to me and I'll set you free. If only I could. I'll turn up the sound and switch on the crowd. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So fall from the stars into my arms if you're ready to fly. Yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I would believe if I could see the look in your eyes. It's not what it seems, this isn't a dream, it's a wonderful life. So fall from the stars.
Hello and welcome.
Arms if you're ready to fly.
I cannot locate the screencast
You go.
function, so you can't really see the keys I'm pressing somehow. Let's see. Let's see here.
So fall from the stars.
Oh, wow, they're making it so hard.
Arms if you're ready to fly. Yeah, I'll never let you go. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.
.3D view. Okay. Let's see. No idea. Not a clue. Let's see. View. I don't know. It doesn't... Even that video you just sent me, it's not in here. So... "3D view screencast keys" is not in here. Well, so I don't know. No idea. Seems foolish, but what do I know? That's what I get for upgrading. Nothing like a good upgrade to screw you up. Oh, now it shows up. Oh boy. There we go. Hey, look at that. That's better. Alright, so what we're doing is... This music is very loud in my ear. As long as you can hear me okay. I can turn down the volume if necessary. So basically everything in here is separated already. I just wanted to do the grill, I believe, which I had not done yet. Tell me now how the audio level is. Grill. Beauteous. Alright, so grill. Nice, thanks. Delicious. Okay. I have to turn the selections on and select that, and then cursor to that. So what I'm doing is the easy way, essentially, to create a node. sorry. Answering messages, of course, now. Let's go here. I'll put that over there. And we'll go here. Nothing's going right now, that's for sure. Good lord. All right. So essentially I am placing the cursor where the node is. Excuse me. And then you create an empty. Go over here to the object screen. Make it a root object. Add the look, variant, and part. Then name it. So in this case, we're going to name it Grill 01. And then we need to assign our parts. So in this case, I want that. And we're going to find Grill 01, Chrome 08, assign, like so. Then we hide it, so we know that it's good. Chrome 7, drop it, wipe it. Alright. I want to separate this because I want the logos on there at all times. So we're going to do that. And that. And center. Alright, so we get that selected. And what I do here is I duplicate and then hide, select all, delete, unhide. So now I got the portion that I want. Rename this so it jumps down to here, drop it. Good, hide it. So now we want to click on that again. Alright, so we can delete this now. So now we just have the back portion of the grill. Everything else is taken care of. Can mute that. Alright, so now we've got this part, right? So we've got grill 01 over here. You need to open. Why is this being such a pain? Jesus. I don't need it to pop up every time I get a message. Let's see. Alright, so we need to export this. We need to go here. Custom. Upgrade. This is grill. $389. Charlie. So in this case, we want to export that. First, we got to set up our export location. Version tools. And then we're going to go vehicle, truck, upgrade, grill. Done. Selection, export. Looks good. Enter. That's good. Alright, so that is completed. So we have our grill situated. We can delete that hierarchy. We're down to 750,000 faces. This is pretty good. Down from 2.1 million. So I'd say we're doing alright. I think that that's all I really want to do. I was looking at the top of the frame rails over here. I don't know if I hide that. So there is supports, so I could take that off. Could make that another mod. Control. No. That's not what I want to do. This. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Chrome 16. So I can remove that. I can make that a node. Don't know if I want to, though. And how much is this? It's only 14. So let's do, where's the rear lights? What did I name that? Rear lights. Alright, so I'm gonna duplicate that. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy model. A lot of polys here. So that's gonna be, we're gonna rename that. F cover. I'm gonna throw it up here, maybe 0.5. Is that too high? That's not terrible. Probably go 1. Bring it up another 0.6. There we go. So that'll do. So we got, thought I renamed that. Your F cover. Alright, so if I that and then I'm going to create another new empty. Name it F cover 1 root. Add looks and the parts. Minimize that. And that's Chrome 16, I said. So I'll call it F Chrome. Drop it into there. So now we can include or disinclude that, so that'll be good. You know, we could leave it only the front or only the back, or do a different cover if we wanted to. That way it makes it easy to to do. Alright, so that's set, so now we need to make that upgrade. New. F cover. And then new. Pete. 389. Charlie. Gotta pick that folder now. What did I name it? Haha, there we go. Close. Delete. Alright, so at this point we have everything separated we want. So I usually start applying materials at this point. Hoping for a good export. But this is going to be a massive model, so I want to make sure everything's just right before I start exporting stuff, because the export's going to take a million years, and I don't really want to import it again in PIM because it takes forever to do, just because there's so many polygons. Alright, so I'm gonna go down here and go to models only. Okay. So the trick with baking is to bake things that you don't want to bake something that has a piece that you may remove, or, you know, obviously in this case I don't have the filters on this, so that's fine, it's no big deal. But if you do bake it with the filters on, then you get a shadow here, and if you were ever to use the truck, say if it was a truck that could have one filter on the side and one not on this side, you know, that looks kind of silly with a big black mark over here, and, you know, the filter's over here but not over here. So you got to take into account what you're doing with the end of the model, really. So in this case, like, just because the Peterbilt logo is not going to be removed in this case. However, this piece down here, I think, stays there. Yes, it does. Okay. So in this case, I would bake this all as one piece, because this here, you know, you're not gonna take the hood latch off. That's gonna stay there. If you catch my drift, it's not going anywhere. And to turn off specific items when you're baking, you use this camera icon over here that leaves them from the rendering window, so you don't get, you know, so if I didn't want this Peterbilt logo, I don't have to delete it or anything like that. I can just, you know, select it and then press this button, and then that way it won't show up when I'm baking, and there won't be any shadowing because of it. But generally speaking, I try to take care of that stuff before I even start. So Like in this case, this is like the black under the fenders, so I don't want that to be rendered into the scene because it's going to screw up the fenders. The fenders are going to be all blotchy if I leave that there. Now, there's also things to be said about the like engines or something. So if you want to bake the engine, right, which is under the hood, and you leave the hood like it is, the whole engine's just going to be black because there's no light hitting it, so there's no point in bothering to do it like that if that's the way you're going to, that's what you're going to do. So you might as well not bake the engine if you're going to leave the hood on and not turn off the rendering. So, more stuff to think about. So normally you're gonna do some testing, like in the case of the frame. The frame's gonna be on the truck. Like you're not gonna. I don't know why because I keep turning that off. That's why. Select that. So the frame is gonna be there. Like you're not removing the frame or something. So in this case, I would bake it as it is, because then you're gonna get what the true shadowing is, right? It's gonna be bright out here because it's out in the open, but underneath the truck it's not gonna be bright because it's underneath the truck. That's shadowing, right? So that kind of stuff matters when you're looking at the end product. And obviously the same for like the pumpkins and the suspension and stuff. I want them to be accurate, like that. They're gonna be out in the light. I don't have to worry about shadowing on that. But if you want to make the engine detailed, the only light coming in is going to be like right here and like from the bottom. So everything in here is going to be black. And if you care about looking at it at some time, then you don't want to do that. But anyway, I digress. Another trick about UV, in this case, I'm trying to think of, okay, so, for instance, if you are baking this and you are making it a color, not black, then you want to have two UV maps. So you want to have this one, and then you want to make another one. There's two options for you to make another one. You can do it yourself, or you can have the game. You can have Blender unwrap it for you. In this case, since I'm very poor at UV maps, I'm still learning. I would save this one right here by going up here and adding another map. So what that's going to do is now I'm going to have UV map 001 and UV map, and they're both exactly the same, but now I can screw this one up right here and it's not going to mess up the other one. That way, if I do screw it up and I can't get back, I always have this one saved. So that's another thing that I do that's kind of like, one of those things that you just figure out after screwing things up enough. Same with the top, right? So Steve's already mapped this, so we want to keep it that way, so I'm going to add another UV map here. Now in the case of the frame, I decided that since this is more of a custom rig, I'm going to give it two options. I'm going to give it a black frame or whatever color you choose, depending on what your map is, what your paint job is. So you can have like a red frame, or you can have a frame that's painted to match the rest of the skin, or whatever it is. That's why it's down here. As you can see, the rest of the truck is up here further, so that way we can paint the frame. And but again, I will need to leave this down here and add another UV map, because this is going to be different when I'm baking it. It's not going to be the same and you'll see that in a minute. So I also need to check my directories here. So truck. Okay, so I do have the textures folder, so I've got everything all set. So I got the main folder here, and then vehicle truck Pete _ 329 Charlie textures. So this is where the model is going to go over here, and then this is where the textures are going to go. So you want to make sure that's all set up when you're doing these things, because the game doesn't. The game. Why do I keep saying the game? The game has nothing to do with this right now. Blender has its own funky little thing, Blender Tools specifically. It won't let you export, or it gives you errors when you export to a directory that doesn't exist, and then doesn't really do anything. So that's why I always pre-make all the directories. That way you can put everything where you want it to go without too much trouble. So we got a bunch of different things here. So what I'm going to do is, these are the windows in the front, so that's good. So I'm going to add, so we'll do cab, window. I always forget to change all these things, so I know what the hell I'm doing. Pick our preset. In this case, it's going to be glass. Add our vertex colors. That's all fine. So now when we go to material mode, you can see right through the windows there. So that's how you know that's working. And that's going to be good for that. But in the back, right, we're going to want like some tinted ones maybe, or something like darker tint, right? So you want to make a new material. So this is going to be bunk glass. If I could spell, that would be super. And then we're going to do glass, add. So we're going to change this to gray. I think it's like this. And then you change the opacity. So if I want 80%, so as you can see, that's pretty dark. You're not going to be able to see through that, so that's nice. But it still gives that glass flavor. It's kind of you know, you can see right through the front ones there, but you can't see through the back. You know, and that's kind of what we're looking for, right? We want to be able to see out but not in, so that's cool. Now let's have a look at the frame, right? So my phone's going bananas. Alright, so this is the frame here. Obviously we want to keep everything on like I was saying before, because we want all the shadowing appropriated. Your frame is not going to be bright red under here, it's going to be darker red. So we're going to do this, add frame AO, and then we're going to do, in this case I'm going to do truck paint, because I'm going to allow it to be changed with a paint job, what have you. So let's go ahead and do our paint job first. So I'm going to open this up. We're going to go to paint here, and then we're going to make a new And this is going to be a 64 by 64, and that's going to be empty. Empty. And it's going to be white. Like that, and then we're going to do that. We're going to save as image, always a TGA. And save. Alright, so we got this, and whoops. There we go. Alright, so we got that part done. So now let's go to the UV map here. And we want to separate this thing so we can get it baked. Do that. I don't think that's going to work. So let's leave it like that. So we're going to make this is going to be our AO for the frame. So we're going to call it frame. AO. I'm going to make it a 2048 by 2048 because I like details. Then we're going to save it as an image TGA again. And then we are going to apply it to that. So now you can see it just looks really bright white, right? Because we haven't done anything to it. And it's just a white picture. So we're going to go up here. I want to check my settings. Let's see. I got 15. Okay, that looks good. Let's do clear normalized bake. See how it comes out. This is a lot of testing when you do these because it doesn't come out right the first time. That's for sure. Okay, let's save that image. Now we've already got it assigned, so we can look at it, right? So look at that. It's just nice, right? See, it's nice. It's shading under here. We're getting, and then we got the shading like over here, around where the bolts are going through and such. So now watch this. I'm gonna change the color. Make it like 0.8. Whoops. 0.8. That's not going to change it, is it? That's just silly. Let's do that. Haha. So now, if we change it to a different... where's the color thing? Display. So if we change it to like blue or something. So you can see that looks real nice, especially when you come over here in comparison. With a nice dark color up here underneath, and the back is bright. So that looks good, I like it. Looking sharp, good. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's a save. That's good. Good to go. We're gonna do this stuff, which is the chrome. So in this case, because it's just chrome, I don't usually save an extra UV map, and these aren't really mapped anywhere per se. And you know, if it was a custom truck, maybe you'd have painted handles back here, grab bars or whatever, but in this case it's going to be chrome. That's just how we're rolling on this one. So we want to get this assigned first. So we'll do, we'll just call this grab, or sleeper parts maybe. Sleeper chrome. Then we'll do, no, Fresnel. Remap. Alright, so we're gonna new image. That's not 2048. What am I doing? 1024. 1024. And then sleep. Chrome. And save that image. Targa. Looks like we had some drop frames there for a bit, so sorry about that. Didn't realize it until now. So now unwrap these. Let's see what this looks like. So that's actually pretty good. I'm going to do it like that. So we're going to save this image, or we're going to use this image, excuse me, over here, which is Sleep Chrome. And then we're going to bake that sucker. Oh, I forgot to change my margins. We don't want this normalized. It's chrome. It should be more of a gray. So what's going on tonight? Anything good? Well, obviously not, because you're watching me at 9:36 do Blender. I mean, what's wrong with you people? Alright. Change this to 6.6. No plus, please. Thank you. Specular 5. Probably change the environmental factor maybe down to a 0.8. So that's looking pretty good. Do I have my... Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So those are looking good. Unibuilt looks good. And this is just black parts, I guess, from what I'm understanding. That's what it looks like. Looks like it was mapped to something, but as you can see, like down here, this is how detailed this is. The wiring coming down for the side lights is here. Pretty crazy. Actually, speaking of that, I gotta separate these because they're 100,000 tries. Alright, so I'll do this first. Frame 7. So this is the other frame, so we're going to delete those. Cancel. Thank you. So that's what? 45,000. Okay. No. It's not a foreign language. Yes, it is. It's going to be very sexual. What else we got? Get some more. My computer's having a heart attack right now. Let me tell you. Is this Chrome? Is that what I decided? Yes. Okay. So we can do door handles, I guess. The other thing I want to do is this. The fifth wheel is going to be good stuff. Let's do this first, because these look awesome when you do them. All right. So we're gonna unwrap this. Like so. So that's alright. So we'll do new. Fifth wheel. Save as. New. Well, I guess you should make this truck paint. Grr. That's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out. this is going to be a 1. Whoops. A 1. Oops. Alright, so there's our blue. As you can see, it's like super bright compared to the frame that we've baked, right? So this paint job, we gotta go over here. My empty TOBJ. Okay. Okay, so we gotta bake this. Over here. There. Bake. Oh, I wanted to normalize it. Cancel. We'll save this image. Look at that. Oh my god, it's sexual. With a trailer. Oh, truck jokes. Or maybe those are dad jokes, I don't know. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do the rear axles. Our axle. Or axle-y. Whew. It's tough. We're gonna do diff spec. And we're gonna go up here and go to normalized. That's good. And oh, there's nothing to bake to. Cancel. I had a brain fart. Can't bake it like that. It's just a pile. All right. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Okay. We need a new image. Our axle. Spelling is hard. Let's bake a Rooney. A lot of small parts in this one. So that looks pretty good. Because if you do this, and there's multiple ways to like paint this, if you will. I usually use diffuse to do it. So that way it changes the color, but you can still see where it's got the shading around the edges and stuff. So then we'll do this. We'll do the rear tandem first. Actually, you know what? Before I go too far, I'm just gonna give this a save because I can feel a crash coming. It's very slow. Very slow. Alright, so let's unwrap this bad Larry. Although yesterday I was up to like 2 gigs of memories, and this is only at 583, so that's not terrible. Now let's see what this does. That's good. We can do that. R Tandem. Done. Save as image. And then over here. Look at that, huh? That's nice. See right in here, all this? This is just... That's pretty sweet right there. So, I mean, I could cheat and duplicate this and move it up front, so I only have one image for both of these. But I'm not going to do that. Because really, these are the same things, but whatever. No big deal. Yes, sir. Alright, so that's done. That. Front tandem. And then save as image. Let's create material. Diff spec. And this. And then baking, please. Alright, so that looks good. Let's save it. Let's see how she's looking. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. 0.2. Could also enter the right number, Jeff. There you go. The end product is a 5150's 389. It's a model by Steve. This is a private item I'm doing. This is the baking portion of the model. I haven't assigned anything to the truck model for the game yet. We're still probably about 10 hours away from the end. I'm guessing. Something like that. Why did that not get added to this? That's better. Alright, so we gotta do this. Whoops. Unwrap it. This was the tricky part, I think, of this, as I had to separate the entire rear tandems. It was somewhere in the order of like almost 200,000 polys, and the game can't accept anything more than 67,600 something. So I had to do some work. Call that rear drive line, if that's reasonable. And we got a new yeah, it was when I first imported this thing, and it was like 2.1 million polys or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. So I think I've spent the better part of, I would guess, 6 total hours so far. Maybe 8 even. Getting this separated and all the accessories moved and assigned and such. So I've got it down from 2.1 to 743,000. So it's got a lot of polys in the accessories, but the game likes multiple small models, so that's why it's good to separate like that. And plus, it doesn't like when the truck model itself is too high poly, so that's why I wanted to get it down. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's taken me 1 million years to get here, but I'm here. Drive line. Alright, so let's bake this. The using Blender to SCS, the original like tool that we had to use, since nobody knew how to use Blender tools or could tell you or wouldn't tell you, I don't know. Yeah, that I know. It was like this would have been literally impossible to do all of this stuff because it broke like UV mapping. So if you had a truck from like Holland or something and you imported it and then exported it, it was fine because it retained the mapping previous somehow. Like I don't know the background of 3D models and how they retain whatever parts. But literally, if you unwrapped a model, like if I imported a straight model from a 3D site into the Blender to SCS and tried to map it, it would come out all like jiggy-jaggy crosses everywhere, like it couldn't separate. Yeah, I know. It was awful. It couldn't separate the parts correctly. Like you can see here, if I just selected like one part of this, you could actually see it here and it wouldn't try to like reconnect it. But for some reason the Blender to SCS would like try to reconnect the parts, so you'd have like lines going all over the place. It was awful. Alright, so here's where we're going to have some trouble. Why is this doing that? Oh, because it's got a back face, that's why. That's fun. That's fun. It's very fun. Okay, so we have two options. We can ignore it because it's going to be behind a tire, or we can try to mess with the settings for the baking. So I think if I do 0.2 or something, I forget exactly what the value was I used last time. Let's see if I can get this. Didn't even touch them. Made everything brighter, but it didn't touch that. Okay. So... Oops. We're gonna do this. And then go into that mode. And then we're gonna try something. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Nope. Don't want to do that either. I don't want to do that either. So let's try this. So we're going to delete that. I'm going to change this back to 10, I think it was. And then bake it again and see what it does. Nope. It's just going to be a pain in the butt. So, let's see. If I do that, and then boy. What the hell does that mean? Okay, that's not helpful. Okay, that's that side. Oh, I know why. Because it doesn't have like its own. If I delete these. Try one more time. Yep. That's it. Okay. Cool. This is what happens when you're a crazy person. You have to go through and delete all these things so you don't have a garbage bake. This is Steve, or 5150's 389. Adam with the link. Boom. Alright, so those are looking super great now. So let me go over here and fix these things. SCS version, our new mod. What the hell? What does that mean? Now this is like the antithesis of SCS. No, look at the link that Adam sent. That's what it is. One of his models. Alright, let's go up front, do these. Nope.
Would you please stay tonight? Oh, just until the morning light. Oh, and it's okay if what you want is a breakup. All I really care is that you're here when I wake up. Would you please stay tonight?
It's 10 o'clock. What the? What the? Did I already do the top one?
Would you please stay tonight? Oh,
I think so. Did I do those though? Is the question.
and it's okay if what you want is a breakup. All I really care is that you're here when I wake up. Would you please stay tonight?
There we go. Jesus. Alright. Give her the old bake. Did we get them all? Did we get them all? We did. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so let's save that image. 0.2.
Cambridge to Boston, lives in a world she's lost in, victim of compromise. He's staring at her empty heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. He's in love.
Alright, let's, we're gonna do this color as well. I don't even know what those are. Oh, that's what holds the fifth wheel on. And then the sleeper as well, the suspension part. So we'll do, let's call this sleep sus. And truck paint. And we will do another UV map. Do I know Dewey? Dewey Decimal? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So we gotta do sleeps us. Unwrap. See what this looks like. It's pretty good. Let's bake it. Yeah, so Adam, as you can tell, this is a long process. This was done on the 122. It just wasn't as many parts to separate, so that's why it seemed to be a little bit quicker. So there you go, and then we add our empty. Beautiful. Should probably do the bolts the same. I don't know why these bolts are separate. Okay. It's kind of weird. Well, I mean, how long have I been... this is what? I don't know why I'm recording. That's stupid. Okay. I'm live for an hour and 47 minutes. So that's, I've done a good amount, but it's still... I wasn't talking to you, you crazy Amazon thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. This is intense. Well, now you know why I like doing it. It's like, you feel accomplished when you finish, you know what I mean? Like, even if you only look at it in Blender, it looks sick. Alright, so let's, unwrap this. The music's like stressing me out. Alright, let's see. So it looks good. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Excuse me. So we will assign this, say, frame bolts. Oh, caps lock's on, okay. No wonder my computer is like almost crashing. I was recording for some reason. I must have hit the button when I was scrolling over there. Truck paint. And we'll do... Whoops. Add another UV. And then we'll add that. And then we will add that. And that. And this. And then new F bolts. So you see, like here, this is a 1024 by 1024 image. So if you do, like that dude, what's his name? The Russian dude that did the W900. All of these are 4096. Or why can I not think of what it is? So it's 220 and 48. Yeah, so 4096. So you have like 4K textures on things as small as a bolt. It's insane. Okay. Save. Look how delicious those are, huh? Woo! Okay. We'll do these next. What the hell? Can't spell. Let me find the empty again. And we'll bake this. Looking good. Alright, so these are just black parts, so let's see, Peterbilt logo. Honestly, I don't think this really matters too much. Probably gonna be all black and stuff. Bangin' tunes. Yeah. Let's just let's just save another one just in case. Well, considering it's like the only thing you can play without getting all kinds of garbage. You can't save this now. Looks like I got a couple followers. Of course, it's not announcing them to me. Which is stupid. Alright, so let's go with that. I'll probably increase this to 2048. 2048. B parts 1. And let's make sure that's, so this is B parts 1. I don't want a space. No space, please. They're not end parts, Jesus. Okay. This is gonna be diff, I think. And then that. And then B parts. Oh, I don't think I've saved it yet. Ha ha ha. There you go. As you can see, once you break your rhythm, sometimes it's hard to get back. So let's see what happens with this. This should be interesting. So now, those look very white, but they're going to be black. Because I am going to do this. Or I'm going to actually type the numbers in. So that's kind of more of a gray, but do 0.2. That. It's not bad. Why is this so much brighter than the... No, I did. Okay. Weird. It's weird. Alright, let's get these things sorted out here. Alright. We're gonna call those low leaf. Project. Done. After this, we'll see what we can get done with it. Get done with the body. Okay, done. Save this image. Alright. Let's see what happens. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean, you know, it's just because of his accessories. I mean, this one's down to 745. But you can see, like, all of it is in the rear suspension and stuff, you know? There's a shit ton of stuff in there. So that's what, you know, kind of sets it apart. Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Sweet deal. Almost looks like I'm looking at a truck. Heh. Alright, this is suspension. What color are these usually? Yellow? I feel like yellow is a thing for these, but I don't know. Suspension. Save image. Alright, so if these are yellow, we're just gonna say they're yellow. I don't know if they are, but they're yellow right now. So like I would come over here and choose yellow, and then drag this down like that. There we go, look at that, right? Come on. Come on now. Alright, cool. I'm going with yellow for right now. Yeah, I think I have seen them red too. I think you are right about that.
One thing.
Oh, God.
Are you said, are you ready?
Ready. Black, yellow, red, or white? Well, we can change that. No big deal. I like the yellow, though. For sure. Yellow's my color, so that's what we're going with right now. What are you doing here? Why is that? There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. Alright, so we're gonna do some bodywork action. So in this case, this is that chrome trim piece over the top. I don't really want that affecting the body. So we're going to just take it right out of the equation. That way we can add it later. I find it weird that it's not separated. I mean, I'm sure it's because of the flat top, which isn't in this, but alright, so let's do top. Tippity top. Body top. Truck paint. Vertex. 1. Empty. And this one. Go here. And unwrap. So let's do, we're gonna do these in nice little big pieces. Body, top, done. Save as. See how it comes out. So we'll see, hopefully we can put this all together here at the end. Shouldn't take me too much longer to get the body done. Taking its time. It's doing things. Things are happening. Come on. 2%.
Trees, it's hard to breathe, but I'll keep fighting. Broken walls, nowhere to fall, but I'll keep climbing. I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, they clad over me. I can't see, I'm in the dark, surrounded by sharks, they clad over me. Just take me home, just take me home. Now the sky is falling, don't let it fall, don't let me go. Now the sky is falling down, 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 down on me. Down, 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 down on me.
How do I know these back edges were going to be a pain in the ass? Otherwise it looks good. I'm going to have to do some serious manipulation here, unfortunately. This is what happens when you have too many, like you have double-sided edges here. So you have two options. You can either select only these pieces and move them onto a part that's white. To like just get rid of it. But then you risk it looking shitty. So you gotta kind of figure that out. But I can... Why do I keep doing it? So let's do this. Let's That's on one. Okay, cool. Wrap it. Sweet. Okay. So new. Call this main body. And now that I have that done, I'm going to do this. Okay. And while this is baking, I'm going to take a break real quick. And I will be back.
What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, down, down on the ground? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, down, down on the ground? Every day is a new dream. You got everything to lose. Every late night makes me lose my mind a little more. It's been long 4 weeks in the city, trying to teach myself to fly. Hoping one day you'll be rolling with me. Now you're gone. What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, down, down on the ground? What would you do if your world came tumbling down, tumbling down? What would you do if your world came tumbling down?
Hey, I'm back. Looks like we're only at 3%. I was too fast. Yeah, so after we do this, we gotta do these chrome trim pieces. And then we can have an idea of what the outside of the truck's gonna look like. So that'll be good. Oh, I see something we gotta fix already. That sucks.
So let's forget about tomorrow and live for tonight while we're free.
You'll see what I mean as soon as I get this applied. So this is main body. That whole big long spiel that I had at the start of this thing, I didn't listen to myself. Whoops. So this is going to be empty. And this is going to be... So I didn't want to leave the pride and class thing here, but I forgot that it was there. So, not terrible, but I should have hit it. So let's do that. Let's find it first. Chrome 3. So I will do this over again, which sucks, but let's see if there's anything else that we don't want. I think everything else is legit. How does the rest of it look? So aside from the wings at the back, looks good. So you get that nice darkening around the fenders there. It's a beautiful. Alright, let's do this over again. Frown. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Damn you. So you can already tell up here the roof is a different color, and it's most likely because it has an inside that's darker. So it's trying to compensate for the inside reflection of the darkness on the outside, which is just one of those things. I'll have to adjust my bake accordingly. So guys, thanks for the follows, and I got Adam, obviously, gave me a follow. Appreciate that. Thank you. Cam, you're gone now, but thank you. Christian, thanks for the follow. And Millennium, who's already left, but thank you also. Appreciate it. I haven't streamed in like almost a year, maybe more. So hopefully I can schedule these, do some modding things, maybe drive, I don't know, we'll see. But the modding is much more fun for me right now, so maybe I'll just do this instead. We'll see. Oh, we're getting close. So that's better. You had me worried for a second. I was like, what porn? Oh. I don't know why I have to make a hood rivets. But, sure. I should make them chrome just for Corey, so he can yell at me. Hey man, I'm not holding you hostage. I don't know if I want to go that deep with these. Let's see, 20, 24, 1024, whoops. We'll call it hood rivets. And this is the first UV map, so we'll save that. Oh no, I'm beyond entry. this is like, aside from me wasting my time in Blender to SCS, this is like 2 years in the making, and I'm still learning stuff. It's not like it's over, you know. So like I'm still learning stuff about Blender, not even, you know, how to do stuff for the game. As shown by me making fenders and stuff like that, but I know that's why I try to do it at least a little bit every week, so I'm constantly practicing, if you will. Alright, so those are hood rivets. I mean, that does look pretty sexual, I gotta say. Alright, that, and this is chrome as well. Is this what I'm seeing? I am going to combine that with that because I can. Come on. I'm gonna have to make a adjustment here. Alright, so I'm going to remove that top thing. That kind of puts a damper on my ideas here. Okay, I joined with that. Let's join with this. Okay, cool. Let's join all that together. So that's all chrome now. So that's good. Good, 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 good. Alright, so let's unwrap it.
Miles of fire, I'm losing ground, and in the flashing, my world.
Alright, so that's a lot of chrome right there, so I'm going to make a new body chrome. I'm going to do a 4096 by 4096. Let's say that is... These are all these numbers are numbers that I kind of know work. They just change the, like, how the material looks in the game. I didn't want to do that normalized. Damn it. Almost there. It's gonna look good. Pretty sweet.
I stayed up for the blue moon, but I woke up in the dark.
Okay, save.
Across the sky tonight, that's echoed in my heart. I see your truth,
Where's my grill?
the strength that lies buried at your root.
Let's do that next.
You're beautiful, tethered by the path you had to choose.
So let's do that chrome.
Watched Diana across the sky,
Which is called what?
slowly past 1,000 eyes. They can't see her disguise or break through her armor.
Call it grill chrome.
But I know you're true,
And then we'll do
the strength that lies buried at your root. I
that. Save it as a targa. We gotta unwrap this. And then do that. And then we'll go here. Okay. So then we gotta go here and bake it. No images to bake to, eh? Because I have that off, that's why.
I know you're true, the strength that lies buried at your roots. I know you're beautiful, tethered by the path you had to choose. But you
They did, yeah. We'll call this Sleeper Chrome. Yeah, I think they're just the the standard Peterbilt Alcoas, if I recall correctly. I don't think there are any like crazy customness. Oh. Oh. Excuse me. I think once I get this baked here, I'm gonna call it a night. Let's have a look at our masterpiece here. So aside from fixing the wings, doing some other little bit of detail work up in here, like with the Peterbilt symbol. You gotta get the red behind it. Got a couple little edges here, maybe the flaps to do. These are lights here, so I gotta do those too. But yeah, it's looking pretty damn good, I gotta say. Would hope that you agree. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So no, for sure I got a ton done today, surprisingly. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. So pretty good. So hopefully I can do it on another one of these soon, maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Thanks for checking out the channel. Appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.